cord. They were supposed to remind me. You know what? I forgot to. Y minus 5 equals, and the slope in this case was 5/4. And then x minus, oops, that should be a 4, is one of the equations. That's using the first point. The second one would be y plus 5 equals 5/4 times x plus 4. So they're very similar, just using the different ordered pairs here. So again, these are the same, these are for the same line. They just look different because we use different points. If you notice, the slope is the same. Let's look at the next one here. It says find the slope in the given point from this equation. So if we're going to be finding the slope is always the value that's in front of the parentheses. So we're looking for m, and then we're looking for a point. So in this case, our slope is a -3 because it's in front of those parentheses. Now the point is a little tricky because we got to take it out of the equation. This is the x. This is the x value. This is the y. It's opposite of what it is in the equation. So here this is a +2. When you take it out, it becomes a -2. It's opposite. Same thing with the y. The y in the equation is a -1. When you take it out, it becomes a +1. So this would be our slope and the point from that equation. So here we're actually going to take it to the next level. We're going to take this equation that's in point slope form and change it to slope intercept form. So we're changing it to y equals mx plus b format. So we have to do a little bit of manipulation here. All right, let's talk about what we noticed about the differences between these two. Do you notice a difference between the way they look? Can anybody share with me what you notice? Did you say something? I didn't hear. The slope is already there? Okay. Anything else?
There are 2 x's and 2 y's.
Not necessarily. I want to just talk about the way the first equation looks and what y equals mx plus b looks like. Talk about what they look like physically. What does one have and the other doesn't? Abigail. Okay, so she says that y is by itself on one and y is not by itself on the other, right? Basically, that's what you're saying? Okay. What else do you notice? I'm looking for one big thing or a pair of things.
One has a parenthesis and the other doesn't.
Yes, one has parentheses and the other doesn't. So what we're going to do is get rid of the parentheses on the other one, correct? In order to write it that way, that we need to. So we're going to do our distribution. So y minus 1 equals -3x minus 6. So all I did was distribute that -3. And now all I have to do is add 1 on both sides. So now I have y equals -3x minus 5. So now I have this equation in slope-intercept form. Now the cool thing is if I were to graph this one and this one, the graph would be exactly the same line. They just would have, what we've done here is we've manipulated these equations to make them have the same data, just look differently. So again, if we graph them, you can use Desmos to make sure you did it correctly because it would graph the same line. Okay. All right, here's our next one. I want you to find the slope and the point given here.